Tropical Smoothie Cafe believes you deserve a getaway every day, not just once a year. Summer mocktail smoothies are here for a limited time at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Mocktail hour on the pool deck is a sip away. I'm excited about the Mango Berry Cosmo Smoothie. I can't wait. We go to Tropical Smoothie Cafe 3 times a week, and this is on my list for this week's. You guys go and try it out because you're on Tropic Time now. Hey everybody, welcome to Pink Shade. It's Monday, Mugshot Monday, Malfeasance Monday, Meatloaf Monday. Ooh, if I would have had my sticker ready, I could have promoted some merch. Look, here we
Do
go,
it
guys.
anyway.
Yeah, here we go. Mugshot Monday. Get your stickers
Nice.
online. Get your journalism stickers online.
Nice.
How you doing, Keisha?
I am doing much better than I was doing this week. So much better.
Yeah, you said you had a bad week, and then also you had terrible, terrible weather.
Yeah, we were.
I don't watch the news.
Horrible. Oh God, it was awful. Like Houston got rocked. Like there's thousands of people without electricity still, and this happened like on was it Monday or Tuesday? Like things got torn up. It was 4 people were killed.
No,
it was bad.
Sorry.
Yeah, we had tornadoes. It was awful.
And then your daughter ran over the neighbor's lawn.
Yeah, she fucked that shit up. Bad weather causes me to have a bad lupus flare-up, so I was in bed literally all week. It was one of the worst flare-ups I've ever had. I mean,
what does that feel like?
Ribs were hurting.
What are the symptoms?
So it's every move you make feels like you're walking through quicksand, even if you can walk. My wrist hurt really bad, so it feels like someone's trying to break my wrist. My body feels like it's encased in cement.
Wow.
I really can't do anything. I'm just stuck in bed. I'm nauseated, brain fog. My ribs felt like they had been like in a boxing match with Mike Tyson.
Wow.
Yeah, you feel like you've got like the worst case of the flu. And you just hurt so bad. It's pathetic. You just feel pathetic. You just cannot do anything.
Is it just
you
like
can't eat.
Everything is like an inflammation, and so it feels like
it's
tight?
Inflammation. Like think of the worst back pain you've ever had. When your back hurts really bad.
Yeah.
Times 100. Yeah, I lost 5 pounds because you just can't even eat, and sometimes I get really bad mouth sores. Fortunately, I did not get that this time, but yeah, it was bad. It was pretty fucked up.
I'm sorry to hear that. And I wish that sometimes when I say like, let's do recording, you're always saying yes, yes, yes. And sometimes you could tell me no, like I don't feel good. And the answer is no.
I was better by Thursday night.
Okay. Well, I want to hear about your husband doing stand-up comedy. Tell me about that.
Oh, so most people don't know that James used to do stand-up comedy professionally.
I did not know anything about this.
Yeah,
he's like an IT guy, right?
Yeah. He used to do it professionally. When I say professionally, not like Kevin Hart or anything like that. But still, you make like a certain amount of money per year, you have to count it. So as professionally, but yeah, he used to travel around and do it, but he had his like real job. Like he couldn't like not do his real job. Like,
right. Yeah.
Because he would not have me if that were the case.
And so he did it this weekend. And how was it?
Oh God, it was horrible. It's a horrible show. He was funny.
Okay. I was like, what?
But the rest of the show was horrific. It was I tell you what, the entire night was weird. Mary Payne, this is how bad it was. So James had done his set. And we had some friends there, but we were getting ready to leave. So there is this thing culturally. You feel cultural obligations, okay? So the club was quite vanilla, okay? With the exception of me, okay? And this one other person who happened to be going up on stage. So I feel a cultural obligation to stay. I'm like, well, I can't leave when the one black guy's going on stage. I've got to stay.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
like, okay, let me see what this guy's all about. I'm like, he's short. He's gonna
Okay.
be funny.
Okay.
This motherfucker went up there and has stolen every single joke that he told.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
From the start to the end. But here's the messed up part. They were all technically black jokes that I'd heard on TikTok. So I was the only person who had heard them. So I'm like
Right.
going around like, he stole all that. I'm like, you guys haven't heard these jokes? I'm like, no, we haven't heard these jokes. Like, what the fuck? Like, I've heard all these jokes. It was bad. It was so
Really?
bad. I was so drunk as well. And
That's
I
unusual. I don't feel like you're much of a getting drunk kind of gal.
I'm a lightweight, like a
Yeah.
really, really bad, like, so as we were driving from the club, apparently James was about to run a red light, and I'm screaming from the back seat, red light. What did I say? Light is red, or red is light. They said, I kept saying, red is light. It was a very odd night. We ended up going to Waffle House. I paid some 13-year-old kid who was out at 11 o'clock at night doing fake tattoos on people at Waffle House. Paid her $20 to tell me what the waiter's name was, because he like has on a name tag that says, I just work here.
Okay.
Yeah. So of course, you know me. Oh, this is a challenge. You don't want us to know your name. Oh, I'm going to find out your fucking name, buddy.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So
And
then his name was Ray Ray.
okay. Ray Ray is a perfectly good name. Why didn't he put that on his
Yeah,
tag?
I don't know. So then our other friend, we love the movie, so we decided we want to go see an 11 o'clock movie. And I tell you, what?
What? That
Okay,
is
James
late.
Owens.
That is
So
so
as we're walking
late.
through the theater, James basically did that. He goes, I can't believe you motherfuckers. It's 11 o'clock at night. We're coming to see a movie. This is going home time. I'm like, okay, Dad. He
Yeah, I'm
was
with him.
so,
It's too late. That's too late.
and you know what?
Mm-mm.
The movie was horrible.
What was it?
So we couldn't. The Strangers, do not go and see it.
Is
It,
it like
it
a
was
scary movie? I wouldn't go to a scary movie.
okay, James. Okay, he doesn't like scary movies as well.
No, I don't. I hate
And
it.
then this was, oh god, it was so bad. It was so bad.
Did you
We
get some
saw two
popcorn
bad
and
movies in
stuff
a row.
though? Did you get some good
Look,
stuff?
I did it because I was so full and so full of alcohol, I couldn't
Right.
eat a thing. But our friend did. He went and got popcorn, and I told him, "Don't look at me." Was so nauseated from the smell of the popcorn. He's like, "Are you sure you don't want it?"
That fake butter smell is so gross.
I don't know where he put the food at. I'm like, "How are you still eating? We just ate at Waffle House. I didn't finish
Oh
my
yeah, I
food at
forgot you had
Waffle
eaten at
House."
Waffle House and now you're gonna go. Okay,
Yes.
yes, okay.
I'm
Now I can
like,
see. Yeah.
you really need to go see a doctor. Like, what is wrong? Why do you want to eat right now? Like, oh God. I'm like, I was swallowing down stomach bile at that point. Like, why
It
are you
sounds so
eating?
fun. And then
It
okay,
was
so
we had a fun night.
this was after your lupus flare up. So you were like, I'm gonna
I
kick
was
it. I've
ready
been
to
in the bed.
I'm ready
Yeah.
to live it up. Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm
Yeah.
done with the flare up, I'm ready to live it up. I'm just so done. But we laughed our asses off that whole night, but it was a
Yeah.
weird fucking night. It was just
Well,
very,
I'd like to
very
see
weird.
some of James's stand-up comedy. I'd love
You
a
can
stand-up comic.
YouTube it.
Okay,
I'll have
just
to
I just
send you
look up
some of his comedy.
James Owens in Houston, stand-up comedy. It'll come up.
Or anywhere, because he's traveled. So
I
just
mean, does
James
he have a
Owens
stage
comedy.
name or anything like that?
Okay, you know what? Now you're going too goddamn far. You know damn well he don't have no stage name.
Well,
No.
James Owens is such a basic name. I mean,
Tell me about it. Yeah, I
Uh,
remind him all the time how basic it is. Like, I thought I was gonna marry someone with like an exotic last name. You know what I mean? And I
I
get
know.
Owens. Yeah.
I know, but I was happy when I got married, and because I mean, you don't have to take their name, but I was like, yes, anything's better. I need an upgrade to my last name, so I got one. I was happy. Gilbert is
What's your
better.
maiden? What's your maiden
Cossar,
name?
Cossar, Cossar. So
That's a little
try
exotic.
try to be Mary Payne Cossar your whole life and explain the double name, and you haven't even gotten to the last name part yet. Yeah, it's hard.
My maiden name is Holman.
I know,
And
that's a nice name.
I did the whole hyphenated thing
Yeah.
for a while, but it
Yeah.
is a lot to write Rakisha Holman Owens.
Yeah. You
And
got
I
an
got such a
apostrophe and a dash. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, fuck that shit. After a while, I was just like, it's just Owens. Owens? Yes, Owens. I am all Owens. I am Owens. Hear me roar. Owens. So yeah. And James didn't like it at all. So he just wanted me to be Owens. So he
I know
finally
he does. He
agreed
wouldn't like
on
a
that.
hyphenate. Yeah.
He wanted me to be all his. So
Claim his
there you
woman.
go. Claim his woman. Yeah.
Oh Lord. Well, let's roll into these people and we can talk about some more claiming of some people.
Ugh.
This is Love During Lockup, Season 5, Episode 5. You guys stay tuned to the end because at the end, I'm going to tell you about what's coming up next after Love During Lockup ends. I'll let you know what we're going to be covering next, but you'll have to stay to the end to hear that. So, support for today's episode comes from OneSkin. And if you have sensitive skin, you're going to want to hear about their scientifically proven topical supplements, free from over 1,500 chemicals and preservatives that can make skin red, irritated, itchy. Ugh. Their products are all safe for sensitive skin, and it's just one of the reasons they've earned the Skin Safe seal of approval. You guys, I've been using the OS1 Face Topical Supplement and the OS1 Eye Topical Supplement. You guys, I really think it's making a huge difference. And I'm kind of regretting that I'm not doing before and after pictures. I'm really going to buy this week the OS1 body topical supplement because I'm like, maybe it could help me out with these like, sunspots on my legs and things like that. It could really smooth it out. They have a team of female scientists. So we love that, all female scientists. Their products are backed by extensive lab and clinical data. It's just like way, way smarter than anything I can even grasp. They have validated their efficacy and safety on all skin types. Their topical supplements are the easiest way to keep your skin healthy and hydrated without those harsh ingredients and irritation found in other skincare products. Believe me, I've had that problem where I'm like, hey, I thought it looked great. And the next day, something horrible has happened to my skin. But that has not happened with these products because they are top notch from some super, super smart people. Because what they do is, what you do with most skincare products, they treat the symptoms rather than the root cause of aging. And what OneSkin has been doing is they did all this lab research. They were able to measure the efficacy of age reversal molecules in their lab. Again, you guys, I told you it's like super, super smart. Their scientists found that this OS1 peptide reverses skin's biological age. And in a third-party 12-week clinical study performed by a third-party research organization, OS1 Face, which is what I've been using, was clinically proven to strengthen the skin barrier, improve skin health markers, and diminish visible signs of aging. Wrinkles were diminished by 87% of users. Guys, that is huge. So OneSkin is the world's first skin longevity company. By focusing on the cellular aspects of aging, OneSkin keeps your skin looking and acting younger for longer. Get started today with 15% off using code PINKSHADE at oneskin.co. That's 15% off at oneskin.co with code PINKSHADE. After you purchase, they'll say, hey, where did you hear about OneSkin? And you're going to say Pink Shade. Please support this show by telling them we sent you. And again, I'm going to order that body stuff this week. Thanks, guys. This
Oh
episode
my
is called
God.
what?
I forgot we're on video.
Oh, cool. We are. We're on video.
I am sitting here making all the ugly faces that I normally make when it's just you and I talking.
We are on video.
We're on
We
video.
have a bunch of people subscribed over on that YouTube. Like
Oh,
I
I'm
can't
so
even believe
sorry.
it. I can't even believe
Oh,
it, but we do.
let me act like a proper lady over. Let me sit straight. Let me straighten up my clothes. Let me stop jiggling my arm fat. I'm just acting a fool. Okay, I've got
You're
myself
crazy.
together.
I
I got
never
it together.
do really anything different for video other than I put on a little mascara and that's it.
Oh, yeah, I'm all the way different. You know how I normally look.
Oh, I know. I know. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
did. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I dried my hair. I didn't come in like a ponytail. Okay, this episode is called Free Candice, which is a really stupid title, by the way. Really
But
stupid.
it was a stupid episode.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah.
So we'll start with them, Andrew and Candice. So He's in Vegas at the jail. He's waiting on her, and she comes out. She looks different in person than she looked pretty cute in her mugshots. She doesn't look quite as cute in person.
She looked completely different from that ad that she put in looking for a prison boyfriend. Like, that was a Snapchat filter, obviously, that she used.
Yeah. So he's waiting on her. She comes out. They hug and kiss, and he's been there to see her a bunch of times, so it's not like the first time they've seen each other or anything. And she's like, "I'm so happy." It's like super overwhelming. And he grabs her box and her garbage bag. And this is where it would be great if I had a sponsor for suitcases, because I could talk about suitcases, but I don't have a sponsor for suitcases. I've been trying to get one for years. So he grabs her box and her garbage bag, and in her talking head, she says, when she was 19, she started getting in trouble. She lived a reckless lifestyle. She got in trouble for street racing. I mean, so she's hitting it different. She didn't talk too much about the drugs, but here's what she's been arrested for: street racing, driving without a license, running from the cops constantly. She has an attempted possession of a stolen vehicle felony, residential burglary felony, and a regular burglary felony. She's been in jail 6 years total, off and on, and she's 29 years old. So
she was trying to be part of Dom Toretto's crew. Fast and the Furious style.
Fast and the Furious? Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
So she does know something about cars, when she was specific about the kind of car she wanted. So she realized that Andrew was the one she loved when she found out he loved her despite the mistakes she's made, and the love she has for him, endless. Endless. Okay. I kind of believe her, because now that I'm seeing her in person, I'm like, they are kind of matched.
They are evenly yoked. As far as the looks department goes, because his ears go with her nose.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
If you can make fun of his ears, I can make fun of her nose.
Okay. So they see the truck, and he goes, "Here's your truck. It's the baddest truck for the baddest girl." And she goes, "Oh my God, thank you. I love you. I'm so excited." Now, remember, somebody told us on Facebook or DM or something that truck could be like $100,000. And I looked it up. I just looked up Spider, whatever, Dodge Durango, whatever it is. And it starts at $70K.
That is insane.
Crazy. That's crazy. That's
crazy. For a truck.
Why does she need a truck? Is she going to be moving furniture? Why does she need a truck?
I'm sorry. If you are coming straight out of prison, you're going to get a used Ford Focus from me.
And be thrilled. Just, you got to drive it back and forth to work, to the halfway house. That's all you need.
She doesn't have a driver's license.
That's a great point. Thank
you.
What?
Thank you.
Oh my God. So she's excited about it. And so she was like, they're walking over to it. And she goes, "I got to get a cigarette. Like, I'm dying for a cigarette." And he's like, "Before your cigarette, let me do one thing." So romantic. And he gets down on his knee and he proposes. And he says in his proposal, "Your mother came to me in a dream. And I promised your mother I would take care of you." And she was like, "Oh my God, I love you. Yes, I'll marry you, baby. Thank you. I love you. I'm the happiest woman in the world. I can't wait to marry you." I mean, she's over the top with it, but okay. Listen.
I mean, he did her like Meghan Markle did Prince Harry. "Your mother came and spoke to me in my dreams. So it's meant to be." He totally did.
Okay.
What?
But Princess Diana is a known entity. Anybody could have her in a dream.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But it was still kind of using a person in a way. Let me really pull at you by using your dead mother.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then she says, he's not the typical kind of guy I would go for, but it's his sweetness and his kindness, and he's handsome in person. He loves me so much, and I really am excited about our future. Now, at this point, I believe her. I'm sure 2 more episodes I won't.
Well, and this is the first time that we have heard her actually talk about him. Everything else has been, "I'm so excited about my truck. I'm so excited about my apartment." Nothing has been about him. Period.
Right.
I mean, we haven't even really heard her say his name until now.
Right. You're right. You're right. So she's going to this halfway house called Well Care, and she has to check in
Mm.
by 3. Now we don't know if it's 9 in the morning or what. And she wants to sit on the back bumper of the truck there. And she says, she explains, she goes, I have to go there. I have to go to Well Care. I have to prove that I've completed the program and prove that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do for like 20 or 30 days. And she goes,
Jeez.
I told them I signed up for 14 days and I have everything lined up with a place to live. But they said because of my past addiction issues, which we didn't know about, they said
Mm.
I have to do Well Care to be sure I don't backslide. And if I don't do it, it's an automatic revocation and I have to serve all her time. Like they threatened me with that. I was like, do the 20 or 30 days instead of the 14 days. Who gives a shit? It's just,
That's what
it's
I
just,
would do.
it's just preparing you. It's a step, it's a step between the places to learn how to live. I mean, we've seen it all the time. They go right into an apartment. They don't know what to do. She's been in prison. She doesn't know what to
She
do.
doesn't even know how long has she been in prison?
She says 6 years total, but I think this time was just a few years. But she's been in before.
Like, she doesn't even know that, like, you can make an order at Target and just drive up and pick it up. She
I
doesn't know about
know.
that.
She didn't know
I
about
don't think she
DoorDash.
knows. She doesn't know any of that shit. It's a whole new goddamn world out here.
I know. Yeah, you're
She
right.
she she needs a little bit of help. And it's not like Andrew is gonna be here to help her. He's gonna be gone.
He's got
And
to go back
I don't
home.
trust that friend of hers.
No, she looked like a junior league mom, but she sounded real
She's
shady.
sounded real. She sounds like she works at the strip club and she keeps the girls together. Like she whips them
Yeah.
into shape. Yeah, she tells them
Mhm.
it's 5 more minutes till you got to hit the stage, and like she'll punch them in the eye if they're late or something like
Oh
that.
God, Keisha.
That's what she seems like.
Punch him in the eye. God.
They call her a big mama or something like that. That's what she seems like. That bitch don't play.
Oh, oh, that's so funny. Um, and he says, well, do you think once you get there at 3 and you check in, will you be able to leave after that or what? And she goes, I really
Mm.
don't know. I'm not sure until I get there. And he goes, look, the important thing is you're free right now and we'll do what we have to do. Like if it's 14 days or 30 days, like who cares? So she sits on the tailgate and he says, I just want to show you, like, here's the handbag I got. And for the people saying it's not real, it's a real bag. You can tell by the way it folds and falls. And it's a used bag from the real. He gives her phone. She's all excited. She's like, I love it. The blingy case. He gives her sunglasses. He gives her this wallet. And then she goes, it's so overwhelming. And he goes, let me know. Like, let me know if it's too much. I want you to be comfortable. So he at least is aware of the fact that
Yes.
all of this can be too much. Now,
Yeah.
he's like kind of got his hands on her legs while they're talking. And then she says, I'm looking over to, this is what she says in her confessional. I'm looking forward to starting over again. I'm fresh, sober, I'm free. And it wasn't ever my intention to be financially supported by Andrew, but he sent me money without asking. And like, I was like, great. Now I can buy like a pillow and some sheets because I couldn't afford that. And he's like, well, what else do you need? She goes, so he just helped me at that point with anything I needed. And he's a great guy, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not used to affection. I'm used to being mistreated. I'm not used to being loved in this way. And it's awkward for me. And I know I have to get over traumas to be a part of a new relationship. So some people I saw on the internet are like, oh, this is just her way of like putting him off so she doesn't have to sleep with him and stuff. But I kind of believed her because she was using like therapy talk, like I have to get over traumas of my past in order to be a part of this relationship because I'm not used to somebody being nice to me. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the people on the internet.
okay. All
You
right.
know me, because
Mhm.
I don't think that she's attracted to him.
You don't.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I
No.
don't know. I kind of have high hope. I know, listen, I know I'm going to be disappointed, but I always like pick out somebody. I'm like, I kind of have high hopes for them at the beginning.
And this is not her first time seeing him either.
Right. Right.
So to me, she would be saying these things if this were her first time being around him.
Right. Like trying to
So
play it off. Like, yeah.
she has probably been able to hold his hand. I'm sure they've had those prison pictures taken together where they stand in front of that weird like background that they paint
The,
on the
the
walls
beach.
with the
Yeah.
big and shit that the prisoner can't see for like 12 years until they are released. So
Yes.
she has
Terrible.
seen him. She has touched him. This is bullshit. She's totally
No.
using this guy. She is ready for him to get on back to New Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I don't want to believe it's true, but she did seem sincere. She
okay,
did.
we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. You know what? It's probably somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think we have seen a clip of what's coming up, and she's like, I'm just so overwhelmed with like with being out and having to jump into a relationship. And I don't know if she was saying it to him or somebody else, but I believe it was her. All right, let's jump over to Tennie and Rob. And
I can't.
I gotta tell
I
you,
can't.
these kids are
Great
the best
kids.
kids we've ever had on
Oh,
the show.
like they get
Great.
all tens. They're so smart. They're so sweet. They're so understanding. I think they're good looking kids on top of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Their mom ain't got no sense, but you know why? Did you notice it? You haven't
No.
noticed it.
I
She got
what
that
what
fucking part.
oh,
She's got a right side part.
mine's on the I always whenever you say that I'm like, "Oh, mine's on the left."
Yes, that's where it's supposed to be. She got a right
Oh.
side part. That's why she ain't right all the way.
We saw on
That's why
Seeking
she's
Sister
got
Wife
these
this week.
cameras. Uh-huh.
Seeking Sister
Mm-hmm.
Wife this past episode that was just out, and we
Okay.
recapped it over on Pink Shade Prime. The
Mm-hmm.
sister of
Mm-hmm.
Becky, there's Becky and Justin are the newest couple, and it, her dad was like a cult leader, and they're in their
Mm-hmm.
40s. She's got 6 kids, and she like bullied him into marrying her when she was like 14 and he was like 18. Like they're crazy. But so
Mm-hmm.
they're looking for a sister wife, and her sister-in-law was sitting on the bed talking to her when she's trying on outfits, and she turned
Mm-hmm.
her head to the side, Keisha, and her part was like a line straight across her ear that flipped over like a Donald Trump. When I tell you, I screamed and I sent it to Meredith and I go, "This part?" question mark. And she thought I meant like, is the person playing a part? She go, "Whose part?" I go, "Look at the picture. This girl's part in her hair." And she wrote back, she said, "I threw my phone. I that girl turned in her head, it was a line across the side in a full flip. We were like, what is happening? And it was on the right side.
Parts play an important role in a
Mhm.
person's behavior. Like
I
I
guess they
truly,
do.
truly
Yeah.
believe it. And when I saw the side of her part, I was like, oh, that explains a lot. That explains why she's got 1,500 cameras in her home so
Mhm.
that her prisoner boyfriend can see what she's doing. That
But
explained a
she's
lot.
so cute. Tennie is so cute. Oh, I
You can
think
be cute and
she's
crazy.
well, that's true. All right, y'all. Our family loves Tropical Smoothie Cafe. When I tell you we are there at least 3 times a week, it is the kids' favorite thing to do after school is to go and get those smoothies. There's Bahama Mama, there's Island Jetty, there's Kiwi Quencher. These are the things that we live on in this house. They've got these new summer mocktail smoothies, though, that you need to know about, okay? We've got Island Punch Smoothie. This has peach, guava, passion fruit, mango, and pineapple. But the one I'm excited about is the Mango Berry Cosmo Smoothie. It has mango, strawberries, cranberry, and lime. There's also a watermelon mojito smoothie that my husband is going to get. We're going this week. Watermelon, mint, strawberries, and lime. Delicious, delicious. So the mocktail smoothies are just here for a limited time. So you got to get one and sit on your pool deck and really, really enjoy it. They also have these delicious bowls. Now, normally what I get at Tropical Smoothie is the turkey bacon ranch, but they now have these acai bowls that look incredible. They have one with yogurt and berries. Gosh, they look so good. I'm so excited about this. Matter of fact, Ingrid and I are going on Wednesday to meet at Tropical Smoothie for our business lady business meeting because, we're on tropic time now. Visit one of Tropical Smoothie Cafe's 1,400 plus locations and order online or through the app and let me know what you get. That's
Yeah.
true.
Mm-hmm.
So she sits with the kids, it's like kids, and they're playing like Xbox or something. And she goes, I got to talk to you. And they're like, we knew it. And they
Yeah.
throw the remote down. We knew you had to talk about something because the cameras are here. What do you
Yeah.
want to say? And she goes, I want to talk to you about daddy. Now, we don't like
Oh,
that when you
no, we
have,
don't.
no, we don't. I understand you've seen the dad a lot because you've been up and down that road. But
Yeah.
she says, I have to talk to you about daddy. He was supposed to be coming home soon, but now it's going to be 2 months later. She doesn't explain to them about the not being on probation thing, but it's like they already know because she's like, Yeah, it's gonna actually be good in the long
Yeah.
run because then he'll be able to go to Florida, but it's like they took that chunk out. She goes,
Yeah, because they got it. They understood it. So it's just like they didn't show it to us or something.
right, because I was like, "They're little, seems like you wanna explain that," but maybe they explained it off camera. But she says it's gonna be 2 months later, but he won't be here for Cheyenne's birthday, but he will be here when we go to Florida for your birthday.
Mhm.
So, the little boy, Nehemiah, who is so cute with his little double diamond earrings, even though he's 10,
Yeah. Yeah.
he says, "We toughed out 5 years, I mean, what's 2 more months?" And she
Yeah.
goes, "That's a great attitude," and he goes, "I got 2 more months to get stronger so I can beat him up." He's, like, just so cute. Um, and then
And he
she
may really have to beat him up at some point too.
I
I mean,
mean,
we don't know. We don't know
we
what Rob is about.
yeah, I was like, "I think that's cute because he's kind of trying to be like, I'm, like, manly." I don't know,
I'm the
it's
man
just
of the house. I'm the man of the house.
yes, he's
Yeah.
10.
Mhm.
So, she reassures Cheyenne, she goes, "Look, I just wanna let you know, like, I'm here for you. We're gonna still have our girl time. We'll still go get our manis and petties, and we're still gonna be able to do that if that's your concern." And Cheyenne says, "Look, we know that we're gonna have to allow time for him to adjust and get used to things." Like, I mean, I was like, "These kids are amazing."
So smart. It's like they need to teach their mom
But she's done something
about
right
life.
because they are
She has. Yeah.
yeah, she
Yeah.
has. She has.
Unless the grandmother that we meet later on
Yeah.
has more of an influence on the kids
Yeah.
than the mom or something, because I mean, these kids are so smart, they get it. And then for their mom to be so, maybe
She's
she's just dumb in this situation.
yeah. Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
that's what we get a lot
Mhm.
on the show, that people are just seem to be really, really smart, but just dumb in this situation.
Yeah.
Um, Rob says, from prison, Rob tells us, "I'm a man and I'm a king, and I take
No.
care of my whole household."
No,
Sir, you're in prison.
unless your name is T'Challa, you are not the king. Unless your name is Charles, you are not the king. And even if your name are those, I'm still gonna have an issue with calling you king. You are behind bars. You are the
Mhm.
king of nothing. You are the king of commissary.
You
Like,
are king of
stop.
cell block 2. That's what you're the
There you
king
go.
of.
There you
Good for
go.
you.
Like, I hate that crap.
I hate that too. I hate that
Ugh.
too. He says, "I still love being in this relationship, with my high school girlfriend, now my wife, but I've been in prison for 16 years and I know I'm about to get out and I'm both nervous and excited, but it really does scare me sometimes for sure. You need to be scared of getting some money to get that tattoo covered up because you got 2 months to get it done.
Ooh,
2 months to get it done.
yeah, you do. You better turn it into a sunflower, UFO.
A lion
You better.
head.
You need to get
Yeah.
to thinking like really quick. A lion head would be easier.
I think it would be easier. Just morph that
I
girl's
think
face
so
right into
too.
a lion head.
Yeah.
Ooh, so Tennie's mom, whose name is Charlene, she comes over and
Who
she
looks just
says,
like Tennie.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the little boy looks just like Tennie too.
Yes.
And she says, "Today I'm going to go shopping with my mom. We're going to do some retail therapy. Like if I get upset with Rob, sometimes that's what I do." And when mom walks in the kitchen, she puts those cameras back in the drawer. She didn't want Rob to hear what
She
they're
sure
saying.
did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Yeah, we're going to go, you can leave your purse here because we're going to spend Rob's money." And mom's like, "Okay, great.
Okay.
Fine with me."
Yep.
So then Rob tells us again from prison, "I am an alpha male. I am a sole provider. I financially provide for Tennie and the children, and I have a few sources of revenue. I sell shoes and I play poker, and I always come away with like $1,000. But God, she's kind of become a spoiled brat. And sometimes I'll say, like, give me a bank account update, and she won't give it to me. So I go right on over to the poker tables." So I guess the selling shoes is the business with his brothers. They like resell Nikes and stuff, I guess. Or he's got a Montana Mills shoe line. I don't know.
Well, then he ain't making any money if he's doing the whole Montana Mills thing, like at all. So, okay, so there's a such thing as reselling Nike shoes, like
Oh my God. A friend of mine's son, who now has a very successful vintage t-shirt business where he like
okay,
goes out with rock bands and it'll be like backstage with them and show them like 30 vintage t-shirts, and the rock bands will like pick out what they want and buy them. And they're all like $500, but they
holy
source all these
shit.
vintage t-shirts and they have like the year they came out and everything there. But before that, when he was in high school, he
Mhm.
ran like a resale business and it was all tennis shoes. It was all like high-end sneakers that he would source from somewhere else and then get them cleaned up or fixed and then resell them. He had a huge business.
Okay.
The kid has always been an entrepreneur, but the online shoe business is huge. There's that whole website, The Goat. They would sell tennis shoes. My
Never heard
son's
of
always
it.
like, you got to go on The Goat and we've got to find these shoes. I'm like, who am I buying? I like to go to Nike.com. I don't want to go to The Goat. Where are these coming from? What is this? Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I never heard of that. Skylar's never really been into shoes like that.
Yeah.
And, so damn. Okay. Hopefully that's what he's doing.
I hope the sneaker business is what he's doing. Now, I don't know how much he's doing from prison. It seems like his brother's doing a lot of the work since he's not in prison. Unless the brother is in prison. Like, we don't know. We don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. So they go to this cute store and they're like, oh, Cheyenne would really love this store. And the mother says, I don't know Rob directly yet. Like, I haven't met him in person yet. Maybe she went around when they dated in high school or whatever. She goes, so I do wonder how the kids are doing with him going to come home and everything. And Tennie says, mostly, Shy is worried about getting their girl time and stuff. And Mom says, I'm worried about that too. I'm worried I'm not going to get enough time with you and the kids when he comes home because it's going to be different.
Right.
And then she cries. She's like, why are you crying? And Mom says, I'm just really worried things are going to change. And then I liked the mom said in stand up outside to the producer, she says, I don't think it's going to be the fairy tale she thinks it is.
Yeah.
My daughter thinks of everything in a sweet and nice way, but like the cameras around the house, that's not a normal thing.
Thank you.
And she says,
yes.
And then she cries and says, I just think of it as a failure on my part because I was a single mom with her and I wish I could have given her more time and done better as a mom. Well, I think she's done a great job because Tennie has also raised some great kids. So I think
excellent kids.
Somewhere along the line, like it's a little bit like Rick and Samantha. And then like they remember the idea of this person from high school.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, we'll just overlook the fact they're in prison.
I mean, there's something, I can overlook like a mole on your back. I can maybe overlook like a nose hair or two, but I can't overlook prison. I just can't do that. That's a big one. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What'd you do to get there? Like you did something bad to get there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Legally, the government doesn't trust you and had to put you in prison.
Like you had to get handcuffed.
Yeah.
And take to prison in a prison van. That's big. Yeah. I know.
So Rob again in his third talking head tells us he's king of the family. Now he's had 3 talking heads where he's told us what a king and a god he is of his own household that he's never been to.
So what are you willing to bet right now?
If
they are on Love After Lockup, we're going to see him at least 4 times with a t-shirt on that says king.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised she didn't pick him up in a t-shirt that said queen, but I feel like she's a little classier than that. I do. I don't feel like she would wear the king and queen t-shirts.
Let's see when he gets out what she's going to do.
That's true. Mm-hmm. So he tells us he's king of the family. And he does want a woman that's more submissive. And, he doesn't always get that from Tennie. He says, I just tell her she should sit down and be cute over there. And I got everything else. But no, she said she's not going to sit down and be cute. She says she should have the same voice in the relationship as I do. But, she's not going to be submissive as I want her to be. Like, I don't know, that could crash our relationship. Well, are you just not bringing this up? What are you talking about?
How much more submissive can you be than to have 13 cameras in your house at all times and you're seeing exactly what I'm doing, what I'm saying, when I go to the restroom, what I'm eating? Huh?
I mean, the fact that she's like sitting in her bedroom talking to her girlfriend trying on clothes and he's like, who's that? It would scare the shit out of me.
I would never go to that person's house again.
I wouldn't either. I'd be like, unless those cameras get put in a drawer, I'm not doing this. No.
I would feel completely, first of all, I don't know if I would talk to that friend anymore because like clearly there's something wrong with you that I never knew about you. Because that's just weird.
It's one thing to have them up when if you just like it like you want to like chat and it's like a FaceTime or whatever, but to have them up all the time.
All the time.
It's weird. Know. It's weird.
Yeah.
So now we get Rick and Samantha. Okay. So Rick is going over to his his niece's house, Diana. Now, Diana and Veronica. Now, I can't decide if Diana and Veronica are sisters or if Diana is the mom of Veronica.
I thought they were cousins.
because he says his nieces, but Diana looks so
Yeah.
much older than Veronica. Diana looks practically his age. I mean, not
I
all the
don't
way
know
his
if
age.
they're sisters.
I mean, I wonder if it's like mother and daughter, and he just goes, "These are my nieces," like niece and great niece or something.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. Anyway, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
No shade to Diana. She seems lovely. So he's having breakfast with them and he's like, yeah, I went to the reunion. I had fun. And so Veronica goes, oh, show me some pictures. So he's showing her the pictures and she goes, oh my God, a text just popped up from Sandy. And he was like, what? And she goes, oh my
Fucking
gosh, it
Candy.
says, she goes, I haven't seen you since the reunion. And we see the picture of Sandy was the blonde one. And
Of course.
then he says, yeah, Carol, she was a little disappointed to find out I was engaged. Then we see him talking to Carol, who they called CD. She was the short brown hair.
Mhm.
And he says, yeah, I am engaged to Samantha, but she's in Idaho. And he doesn't say she's in prison. He just says she had a few DUIs. And Carol says, you ain't nobody if you hadn't had at least one. What's happening in
These
this town?
people,
What's going on?
what's happening on this season? Because everyone seems to think that is not a big deal to have a DUI.
It's fine for her to be in prison because she's had like 6 felony DUIs. It's fine. Yeah.
Ayonna thinks it's not a big deal to have a DUI. Carol
Well,
doesn't think it's a big
Ayana's
deal.
offended by the whole idea. Ayonna is, how dare
She
you?
doesn't think it should be a law at all.
No.
I don't know.
She should be able to do what she wants. So the nieces say, Diana and Veronica, the nieces, are like, so everybody knows you're engaged. You told everybody. And he goes, yeah, I did. And then they laugh and they go, now how many times has Samantha been married? And he goes, 4, but that last one might get annulled. And Veronica laughs her ass off. It was like, I guess 5 times the charm because this will be his 3rd marriage.
Well, then he act like that last one didn't matter. He goes, that one failed. Well, they all failed, but they all still happened.
He's trying to say 4, but if the last one gets annulled, it'll just be 3. So she's only 1 ahead of me instead of 2 ahead of me. We're talking about marriages.
That's a lot of marriages right there, buddy. That's a lot.
A lot. She's only like
Yeah.
53. So Samantha calls her. And, you got a call from an inmate, blah, blah, blah. And
Hold
he
on, I
says,
have a question for you. At
yeah,
what point did I hear someone say dick pic?
you did hear that.
Where did that come from? Was that a text message that came through that said, "Where's my dick pic"? Did Sandy
Yeah.
do that?
Either Sandy said that or he said something like, okay, you're right. I heard it, but it was like, where's my dick pic? It was okay, so it may have been Sandy said that. It seems like he was looking at his phone to be like, oh, I got to find my dick pic to send her. Do you know what I mean? That's what I heard that as, but since it made no sense to me, I didn't even write it down because I was like, I didn't.
And it was so quick. I was
but
like,
maybe he read what Sandy said, like, where's my dick pic? LOL.
That's what I was thinking. She's a dirty girl.
Sandy.
Nasty.
Stop it, girl. And CD's out here thinking it's no big deal to get a few DUIs. So
No.
Samantha calls and he goes, well, I did. I told everybody at the reunion we were engaged. And she goes, well, I'm relieved about that. And I appreciate that. And Veronica says, well, how do you feel, that you guys are engaged? And she goes, I feel like, it was always meant to be. We had to find our way back to each other and we got to make up for lost time. He really gives me a calmness and a peace. And Veronica's like, oh my God, he's crying. And he's like,
yeah, he was crying.
He thought that was really sweet. Yeah.
Did you think that I don't know what to think of Rick.
I think he's a people pleaser. And I think he wants Sandy and CD to still think he's like cute and fun and cool.
Okay.
And he wants to tell Samantha what she wants to hear. I think he's a people pleaser. I think he's trying to make everybody happy. And so he feels so touched that Samantha said that. But at the same time, like, she's not going to like it when she sees on TV that he was flirting with these women and finding out that he'd been calling them all these years.
And that Samantha requested a dick pic, even though she knows he's
Sandy,
engaged.
yes.
Sandy better watch out.
Sandy's the horned up Arizonan. That's what she is.
And Samantha looks like she'll cut a hoe.
Yes, she does. Yes,
on probation or not.
Yes, she does.
Mhm.
So, okay. So then she goes, you're going to figure out how to come here in December? And he goes, I want to, but the finances are tight. Like I want to. And she goes, listen, I'm not taking no for an answer. Looks like you've been out shopping a lot. He goes, no, I mean, just for necessities. And then she goes, well, when you get here, like I'm running out of coffee, like I'm running out of lotion, like I need things. So when they hang up, Veronica says, for somebody who's in prison, seems like she shouldn't be judging you for what your finances are. Like maybe she thinks she caught herself a sugar daddy.
And
And he goes,
clearly she didn't.
no, he is broke as a joke. I
I
don't know
know,
why
and
he's
women
58. Why can't he work? Why can't he just go work at TJ
that
Maxx or something?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm sorry because women don't like broke men. I'm like, Samantha, you may need to go back on that website and find someone else because I mean, he can't afford to move there. He can't even fucking afford to come visit you. Like, how
But
are
I
y'all
mean,
going to make it?
why did he retire so early? I mean, he could literally go and like work at that rec center where he played pickleball. I mean, just get a job just to have a little bit of income coming in. He's too
Clearly,
early.
he
He's too young to
doesn't
be
want
retired.
to.
He's too young to be
Yeah,
retired. He's only
I would think he
58.
would be bored. Maybe that's why he's so like fragile. He needs something to do. He's got too much time to just sit around and think because he is
Yeah.
fragile.
He is fragile. And I mean, he could even go work at like a rehab center. Like that's what Lindsay does,
Something
and that would be like giving back, but also maybe making a little money.
because he clearly needs the money.
He needs the money. So
Yeah.
Veronica reminds us that she's a corrections officer. And she goes, I
Mhm.
see this happen all the time about people begging to get money on their books, and it never ends well. It never ends well. So now we see Rick in the car, and he's talking to Samantha while he's driving because he's going to play pickleball. And she's like, are you coming to see me? Are you coming? And he goes, I'm really trying to figure it out, but I just don't know. And she goes, I don't know if you're really into this. Like, do you want to get married? Do you want to stay a bachelor? He's like, why are you saying that? I'm trying to figure it out. I looked it up, Keisha. It
Uh-huh.
is 14 hours to drive from Gilbert, Arizona to East Boise, Idaho. That is a 2-day
He can
drive.
do that.
He can do that, because especially he's retired. He got nothing else to do. But I'm just saying it's not like a 4-hour drive. So it does require some planning. It does.
And I get that, but he's probably thinking he can't afford the gas. He can't afford the
Mm-hmm.
motel because he ain't staying in a hotel. That's for damn sure. But
Yeah.
he keeps saying, I'm going to figure it out. Fucking get a part-time job and then you can figure it out.
Yeah. I don't
But
understand why he just
I
doesn't
don't
get a
think he
little
doesn't
job.
want to work. He
I
doesn't
mean,
want to work.
I guess so. We need more on that. We need more as to why he doesn't
Yeah, there's
just
something
get a
else.
part-time job. I mean, he could be a greeter at Walmart. I mean. So
Something.
So he says, yeah, we have spent very little time physically together, and I need time on this marriage situation. I never thought I'd be getting married for a third time. And also my ex gets part of
Mhm.
my pension. Okay. So there's another
That
problem.
explains that.
That
Yeah.
explains that.
Yeah.
And he says, I just want to take my time with this whole thing with Samantha. Like, I don't want to make a mistake. It's just a couple of months till she gets out. So he meets up with his buddy Dan for pickleball. And Dan is giving him the business about
Yes,
his
he is.
girlfriend and everything else. And he goes, oh, God, Samantha's been giving me a real hard time about coming to see her, but financially it's hard. And I don't even know. God, I don't even know if I want to do this now. Like, I've been single for 14 years. I never had to answer to anybody. And Dan says, okay, rapid fire question. Answer me right away. Do you want to marry her? Answer me truthfully. Go. And he goes, yeah, dude, I do, man. She's the one, bro. He's got
But
real
I don't
broy real quick. Real
but I
quick.
don't know if I believed him.
I
Did
don't know,
you?
because the sentence before that, he was like, I've been single for 14 years.
Yeah.
I've been able to call Sandy and CD in the middle of the night and bang it out in a parking lot. Yeah.
I don't know if I believed him, just like I don't believe he knows how to play pickleball from what I saw. That was bad.
That was
It
bad.
looked like I was out there trying to play. Bad.
Dan killed him. And Dan goes, well, then you need to go there and see her.
Yeah.
Get the ball rolling. But no, I'm not lending you any money. Don't ask for a loan. And he laughs.
And
Goes,
that's
I wouldn't.
exactly what I would have said too. Because when you tell a friend like you try to encourage them, the next goddamn thing they do is ask you for money. Like, don't ask me for money. No,
I'm not giving you
Mm-mm.
$100 for gas. Don't even ask.
I'm not doing it. Nope.
And in a talking head, he said, she builds me up. She's so good for me. I really do believe she's the one. So I don't know. I don't know.
Well, if she's building him up, she is building him up with fucking toothpicks.
Rude. He is fragile. You're right. Yeah.
He's struggling. Like,
he's right on the edge.
Scared he's going to start back drinking.
I know. You guys know that feeling. At the end of a long day, you come home and you just want to take off your bra. I have been known to take off my bra as I'm driving up my driveway and flinging it into my purse or flinging it onto the floorboard and then not being able to figure out where my bra went. That's not a great feeling. But you know that feeling? Like, it's the worst. Sometimes your bra is so uncomfortable. And that's why in the pandemic, I coined the phrase sleeping bra, because I have a lot of bras around my house that are too gross to wear in public, but definitely you could sleep in them. You know what I'm saying? Well, Honey Love has completely changed the game. They've got bras that are so comfortable, you can wear them all day. You're not going to throw it onto your car seat or in the back seat or like hit a neighbor in their face as they're walking the dog. That's funny. They have a bra, it's called the crossover bra. Okay, this is the one I like. You can wear it all day and you can sleep in it if you want to. It's great. It's going to be your new go-to. This bra gives you all the support of a traditional bra without any underwires. Plus, it's got this mesh detailing, which makes it look a little bit sexy. You know, that's kind of how I look at myself. You know, I need just sometimes a little bit of sexy, not too much. I don't want to like overwhelm people. But this is the one bra you will actually enjoy wearing and don't want to take it off and fling it out your car window. And if you're tired of bras that cause that like back fat in the back, you know, these bras are designed to completely smooth that bra bulge. For a more relaxed lounge bra, they also have the recommended V bra. It does offer the support of a traditional bra without that underwire like we talked about. It's designed to lift and separate with the molded cups, but it's not like a shelf. You know, you don't get that uniboob. You guys, the uniboob is the worst. Ugh. But it doesn't stop there. Honey Love, you know, has way more than bras. They've got incredibly comfortable shapewear tanks, leggings. I've got their shapewear panties that really, really suck you in and don't make you sweat too much, because that's another thing I don't like is shapewear sometimes will make you sweat. But Honey Love doesn't do that. So Honey Love is not just supporting women, it's empowering women. Treat yourself to the best bras on the market and save 20% off at honeylove.com/pink shade. Okay, I'm going to tell you again. Best bras on the market. Save 20% off at honeylove.com/pink shade. You're going to use that exclusive link, honeylove.com/pink shade, and get your perfect fit. After you purchase, they're going to ask you, hey, where did you hear about us? Please support this show and say, I heard about Honey Love on Pink Shade. Honeys, you deserve this. Free the pain and discomfort and keep the support with Honey Love. It's a little, okay, I don't want to whisper it. All right, it's a little worrisome. All right, speaking of drinkers, let's go to Joey and Michael. Okay, so Joey goes to meet with Minerva, who's big on the LGBTQIA scene, and she writes a sex column, and she's big in the nightlife, and that's how Joey met her. And he tells Minerva that Michael's been in prison for 6 months on drug charges, and he goes, it's hard to date someone in prison. Like, the intimacy part is not there. And he says, and I don't know, like he always wants me to do dirty talk. And I'm like, my parents are in the room and it's so weird and I don't know how to do it. And Minerva goes, yeah, your parents are in the room and you're on a call probably being recorded. So I could see where that would be uncomfortable. And he says, but do you have the thoughts in your mind? And he says, yeah. And he goes, you need to, when you're alone, practice saying it out loud to see how it feels. And he goes, you know, I just fear like I might think something that I think is hot. And then Michael will be like, what the hell? This is weird. And Michael one time told me like I had bad blowjob skills. And Minerva's like, oh, goodness.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
When he said that, I was all confused at it. Not confused, confused at it.
Okay.
Because in my head.
No, pun not intended in your head. Go ahead.
Yeah. A man should be able to give another man the best blowjob ever.
Because he knows what to do.
He knows what to do.
Yeah.
So I would think that would never, ever, ever, ever be a problem because a man knows what another man would like.
That's what I would think. But he doesn't
Well,
know.
clearly
He's
we're
just
wrong.
because he's just such a late bloomer, and he just, had all those addiction issues and stuff, and he's just a late bloomer. It's just
But
a
he's
late
had his
bloomer.
dick sucked before.
Oh my God. So
Stop it, Virgin Mary. Stop that. Stop that right now.
this is very uncomfortable. So
Stop being uncomfortable. We're two women of a certain age. James called me a woman of a certain age the other day. He almost got knocked the fuck out
I bet
when
he
he did
did.
that.
Yeah.
He almost did.
Remind him how young and youthful you are. Yeah.
I try to. We are full grown women. We can
I know.
say that word because fellatio is just icky to me.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call it what it really is.
Yes. It's a
Say it.
blowjob. It's a blowjob. I said it already. I said it.
So that's
Right.
what you want me to call it too?
You can call it whatever you want. I'm saying
I
blowjob. I don't like
feel
fellatio. Ugh.
I know that sounds so ugh. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But I also feel as though if a man is sucking another man's dick, that man can say, do that more.
Yes. Do this, do that. I like this. I like that. Yes.
Just
Yeah.
like they tell women when we're doing
Yes.
it.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I think a man would catch on quicker.
Yeah.
So
So I don't know. But Minerva
maybe
tells
he's
him,
really shy.
I don't know. I think he's such a late bloomer and he just had so many years where he was in his addiction and wasn't like doing anything sexually with anybody because he was a meth addict or whatever. Um, and he says, he goes, but he does have a nice dick, so I'll say that. And Minerva goes, well, you need to work on those skills. And if you work on those skills, then you won't have to do the dirty talk. And Minerva goes, you've got two hands. You can use a lot of
Yes.
saliva, keep a steady
Yes.
pace. It's a two-way
Mm-hmm.
street. You have to get, you have to
Yes.
get. And then
Yes.
he says, but be careful because, Michael is probably somebody who hasn't grown up since he started struggling with addiction around age 24. And then they, bring up the point of you are kind of the age you are when you started being an addict or when you went in prison. And in Michael's case, both. And Joe goes,
Yes.
yeah, when he gets out, I definitely don't want to have to be like looking after him and being his mom and being his addiction counselor and all that. And he was like, no, that's not hot. That's not hot.
But that's what he's gonna have to do.
Yeah. And because he's older and everything else, so he just falls into
Yeah.
that category. And he does say like Michael is a lot more sexually experienced than him, so that's a concern. So now he goes to a hotel room to do the video visit, and he brought some lube in case things get going. But we've already
I,
been
I
told these video visits are like 15 minutes.
well, I didn't understand this at all. What was his plan with the
I don't know.
lube?
I don't know. I don't know. Is he going to like whip it out and lube himself up on the camera when anybody could walk behind him and see it?
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, there's no way that Joey is going to do this. Like, can you even do this? What if a prison guard passes by?
Also, there are two cameramen and a producer in the room with you. Like, what are we doing here?
Well, they've seen a lot.
They've seen a lot. We know they
They
need
they
hazard
I
pay. Yeah.
don't think they even care anymore.
No.
But what was he gonna do with all that?
I don't know, he had the lube, like, right next to the computer. I was like, "What's happening?"
I
Um,
get, I, I don't know.
so I don't know either. I don't know either, but it's only 15 minutes. I think he can do a 15-minute video and, like, a 30-minute phone or 20-minute something. So he says
He
so
even warmed up before the video call even started.
no, he should have, like, popped on there naked or something. So
That's
they're
what I
getting ready.
would have done.
They're getting ready for their sexy time hotel room phone call, and now Michael has a full mustache. We're like, "How long has it been since we've seen Michael that all of a sudden he's grown a full mustache?" What? So he tells Michael about his meeting with Minerva, and he says, I'm going to try and not be so uptight. Like, I really listened to what she had to say. And she told me I should watch amateur porn and see how those people act and see if,
Mhm.
like, that turns me on. I should act that way. And then he tells Michael he has wet dreams about him. I was like, dude, do grown men have wet dreams? I thought that was a teenage boy thing. It's a lot to unpack with these two. A lot. A lot of details. A lot of
Yeah,
fluid talk. A lot of fluid
it
talk.
really was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, none of it had anything to do with the lube that was on the bed.
That was a fluid. We didn't
That lube just sat there.
it was weird. So then quickly, Michael changes the subject. And because Joey's ready with his lube and he's all ready. But then Michael goes, hey, a friend of mine saw you on a hookup app. And, I thought we weren't doing that. And he goes, I wasn't. Maybe I was on there, like my profile was open because I was trolling your site. And Michael goes, I hope you're not, I hope you know that I'm not doing anything or hooking up with anybody in prison. Like, you're my guy. And Joey's like, I mean, no, but I think you did ask me to go on there to pull some pictures, probably when they were trying to get that fake picture.
Yes.
Of the two of them. So I think I went onto your account to get fake pictures. And, if the friend saw him, maybe that's why I was on there. I don't know. And then he was like, but like, what if I was on the site? Like, who cares? My boyfriend's in prison. Like, what do you want me to do? I was like, this is what we need from you, Joey. We need you to stand up for yourself.
Yes. Yes.
You have the advantage. You're on the outside,
Because I'm sorry, no one who I can do that to or do that to is going to tell me what the fuck to do at all, okay? I'm going to be on anything that I want to be on, period, point blank. So, matter of fact, I'm going to actually have someone teach me how to give you a good blowjob. So, when you get out, I'll know what to do. There.
Oh, my God. All right, well, we're going to end with Ayonna and Jamal. And this is her sentencing day. So she's in the bathroom. She's doing her makeup. And Jamal calls. And they're talking about her court hearing. Now, you notice she has two phones. She has a pink one and a yellow one. She has two phones this whole episode. Two phones. And she was like, God, I'm still thinking about you saying that thing about the 2-year grace period. And he goes, I wasn't saying anything negative. I understood why you got upset. But financially, and I want to give you a wedding you deserve and not rush it. And we don't need to get married the minute I get out to prove anything to anyone. And she goes, okay, so can we promise that there'll be no more surprise information, no more secret wives? He goes, this was over a decade ago. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I've been in prison, So now she joins a Zoom court call. Now, before this, I guess her daughter had woken up. And so she was kind of doing with her daughter in the kitchen, the kids too. So they will kick off real quick if you don't get, and she is on the Zoom court call, but she's sort of in and out of the frame getting food for the daughter. So we go outside and it says cameras were not allowed to film her Zoom court call. It's an hour later. And we see Ayonna doing what I told you. She's like, slapping at her phone. Sorry, phone. She's slapping at her phone. And she's like, and throws the yellow phone. And she says, that judge was so disrespectful to me. So disrespectful. And we see the transcript where the judge says, are we inconveniencing you? Because we could just schedule this for next week. And she goes, no, Judge, I'm a single mother and I'm trying to get my daughter some breakfast because she just woke up. And the judge says, let's just push it to next week so you can come in person. Ayonna goes, can I just feed my daughter? And the judge goes, no, we are in court. This is a court proceeding. And Ayonna goes, oh, okay. Well, she'll just be hungry then. Okay. Getting real snappy with it.
Something is wrong with her.
Her anger it's so quick, and everybody's disrespecting her.
Yeah.
And I think the judge is trying to say this is a court proceeding, and if you were in the court proceeding, you could not be walking around and feeding someone.
Feeding your child.
Sitting in this chair. So, and on the other hand, I understand she's like, I'm here by myself. I have to feed my daughter. But what you should have done is woken your daughter up 10 minutes before and get her fed in front of the iPad, plan it out,
Instead of being on the phone talking to Jamal.
Yes, right.
Wake your kid up and feed her. But she was also trying to play I'm a single mom card as well. I'm surprised she didn't have the baby on her titty. Like, I'm breastfeeding my kid. I can't possibly go to jail, Your Honor. Look, I'm still breastfeeding my child.
Yeah.
She tried to play the card and it just didn't work either.
Yeah. So Ayonna gets off the phone and she's going, bitch this and bitch that and bitch you can't feed your fucking kids. How about that, you fucking bitch, fucking hoe? I mean, talking about the judge, okay?
The judge, yeah.
And she asked the production to take off her mic. And then she takes Amira with her. And I was like, is she in the pantry? Or is that a garage? Because it's a small door. It's not a full-size door. It looked like a pantry door.
It was dark in there.
Did she just go and stand is she hiding in the pantry? Like, this was so weird.
Mary Payne. I
What?
think we can conclude right now. This dumb bitch only has 2 brain cells, and they both live in an ass cheek. Okay, that's it. That's all she's got. That's all she's got. She's not smart. She's got anger issues. Her
Okay.
maturity level, like, peaked at maybe 11th grade.
Yeah.
She just all she's got dick on the brain. All she is worried about is Jamal. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
I'm not going to say she don't care about her kids, but her kids are not like top priority.
Yeah.
Because to me, if I'm going to court, first of all, I'm probably not going to sleep that night.
Yeah.
I'm going to be up early. I'm going to get my kids situated. You could have got someone to watch your Where's that girl that watches your kid all the time anyway? Why
Yeah.
couldn't she watch her that day? Like, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop. And then
Yeah.
your attitude is why you got 4 years probation.
Yes. All of it. All of it. I
Yeah.
don't know about if she's smart or not smart. I don't want to say that. I just think that she really does have Jamal on the brain, and she does obviously have some deep-seated anger that she feels that the world is against her and nothing is her fault, and she just can't take responsibility. She needs to go
Mm-mm.
back to that therapist. She needs to go twice a week. She
Oh
really does.
yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. And the days that she doesn't go like in person, she needs to like be reading books about anger management.
She really does. She really's gotta get to what's happening there.
Yeah.
So, now her other phone rings, and Jamal asks and says, "What happened? What happened?" And she goes, "Well, I mean, so I got the 15 days, but now the judge is talking about 4 years of probation. And, like, just because she's the judge, I gotta kiss your ass to get a good sentence, and even if I get smart ass with you." And he goes, "Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to. Your
Yeah.
freedom's on the line, boopy. And at the
Yep.
end of the day, it's not about you." And he
Yep.
said, and she was like, "But it's just not fair." And he said, "Facts on the table. Some of those people are dickheads and
Mhm.
they'll treat you like you're not human." And she's crying and she's bawling, crying. And she's like, "This is insane. I'm so tired right now and I'm so livid and it's not fair to me." And she's crying. And you can hear Amira like knocking on the pantry door to get out. Like, "Can somebody let me out of this pantry? Come on now. Come on." It's like, somebody get that baby out of that pantry.
Because it's dark in there. Like it
Yes.
was dark. There wasn't a light on in there.
She was like hiding from production in the pantry. I mean, I was like, first I was like, okay, maybe she went to like, it's a downstairs, like a basement or something. Like there's like a rec room, but she was obviously standing right by that door. She was right there because
She
they could
could have
still hear
gone in
her.
her bedroom and
Yes.
shut the door. She could have told production, "You guys need to leave."
She could have gone in the bathroom. Anything.
We've seen
So
her go in the
strange.
bathroom to clap
Yes.
her butt cheeks. Like,
Yes.
so many things could have happened here. But this is why I say she's not all there. Because she does
She's
things like that.
she's just very overcome with her emotions. Very overcome. And so she says, the issue really is at the end of the day, if I'm on probation, will that affect Jamal being able to come home to me? And that's the point that she's making. When she heard the thing about the probation, she was like, "I don't care if I have to serve 14 days, 75 days, 30 days." She just didn't want to be on probation because that could affect if Jamal could come and live with her if she's on probation. So now we got to the real point.
Yeah, never mind the fact if I have to go to jail for 75 days and I don't see my children, I can't provide for my children, who will keep my children. It's all about where will Jamal live
Yeah.
if I have 4 years probation. I don't know. Perhaps with his mom, Whoopi Goldberg. Maybe one of his sisters, Flavor Flav. I don't know. He's got options. Maybe he can go live with one of his 17 baby mamas. I don't know. He will be okay. Worry about
Yeah.
your children.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That little girl is so cute. I just wanted to eat her face. She's so cute.
She is a
Okay.
survivor. She's going to be okay. She is probably going to graduate law school at the age of 16 because she has to take care of herself.
Poor
Bless her
thing.
heart.
She's so
Bless
cute.
her
Oh my
heart.
God. Okay. So this season on
This is the best
what?
part of the show. This is the best part of the podcast because we don't see the previews.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. This
Okay.
season on Love During Lockup, which means we're right at the halfway mark.
Okay.
True is on the phone with Shantae. They're got the phone held out at a restaurant. And some family, can't tell if it's her daughter or her sister or somebody, and they go, "Why did you even propose to her?" And he says, "I can't answer that." And she does the, "Whoa, what?" Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Joey says, "I messaged Michael and told him I was in the emergency room." And then we see Michael going, "I don't know, like he feels like his whole life is falling apart or something. I don't know." So I don't know if that means like Michael told him like I might actually be in prison longer and Joey had a panic attack. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But Michael didn't have a lot of sympathy for whatever reason Joey had to go to the emergency room.
All right.
Andrew asked Candice, like, "Can you be in a committed relationship right now?" And she's just like, "I just have so many emotions. Like, I'm so overwhelmed with being out." Okay. Rob gets out and Tennie and the kids jump out of the car and run to meet him. There he is.
The
Ayonna,
king, the king, the king.
the
The king
king
is
is
here.
home.
The
King is
king.
home. Ayonna says, "I'm going to see my man. I don't care." And we see her crying in the car saying, "Fuck all this shit. Just take me home." I don't know. She's outside of a correctional facility, so I don't know if she like tried to go see him and they wouldn't let her in or what, but maybe she didn't get to go in, but we don't know. We don't know. Oh, Keisha, you went black, but now you're back.
Did you? You said I went black.
Your screen went black. Your screen went black, but now you're back. Now we're good.
I saw it.
That was weird. That is the end of the episode. Now, here's what we're going to talk about next, everybody. Don't leave because we got to tell you an announcement. So there's a wonderful show called Inmate to Roommate that is on A&E, and it starts May 30th. So starting with the episode that will be June 3rd here on Mondays, we will be giving you like, here's what happened on episode one of Inmate to Roommate. Okay, here's what happened. Then the next week, here's what happened episode 2. But starting with episode 3 of Inmate to Roommate, we'll be recapping it here on the Monday spot. We'll do a little, here's what happened 1 and 2, and then we'll start with 3 to fill this Monday spot while stupid Mama June takes over our Love During Lockup spot. Yeah.
That is so disrespectful.
If you watch Mama June and you want to hear a recap of it, you go over to Keisha's podcast, the Libra Lounge with Keisha. She likes to talk about it, not me. No. It is sad because when they show the previews of that, they do show that daughter is going to die, and that's terrible. Yes. That's terrible. Mm-hmm. It's really sad. So I'm sorry about that. Mama June, I don't care for, but the sister dying is very sad. So that is what's going to be in this spot when Love During Lockup ends, because they do this to us. They put Mama June in the middle, and then I guess we're going to get Love After Lockup next, then Life After Lockup, then Love During, and then they just keep rotating it through like they do with the 90-day franchise. And I'm here for it. I love these crazy prisoners.
Me too.
Yeah, I saw Taylor and Chance the other day. It was Taylor and Chance's new girlfriend. They were like all together at a concert. Why?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that too. I don't know. Taylor. They probably all live together.
I know. And then I saw she also got in trouble for like fines. The city had given her a bunch of violations for her aggressive dogs. They were like coming after people. And also like the siding of her house and stuff falling off. Like her neighborhood had she'd gotten a bunch of trouble in her neighborhood because of her house falling apart because of the work Chance only did half of. Yeah.
Yeah, when you first said that she got in trouble, I immediately thought it has to be like code violations for her house.
Yeah, it's that. And the dogs are aggressive towards people in the neighborhood. Yeah, I just saw that. I was like, come on, Taylor. You got 4 kids. Come on.
Including like a toddler.
Yeah, I mean, baby. Is that baby? I guess that baby's a toddler now. Who knows? I guess they start toddling around age 1. Good grief. She's so pretty and she has so much potential. Come on, Taylor. Come on.
Okay, Mary Payne.
Make those epoxy tables. Be an account manager. Do it. Come on, girl. Pull it together.
You see her in a much better light than I do. We'll just leave it there.
That's usually how it goes. Everybody, for the rest of this week, what's coming up on Tuesday will be 90 Day Happily Ever After with Kimberly. She's better. Her back is better. This week I will have, I know, bless her. This week we'll have Meredith Constant coming on to talk about Bravo. Got some other good Bravo guests coming up. For the Bravo segment, I'll have Julie and Brandy next week. I'll have Brian Moylan the week after that. We're going to continue Love During Lockup, and then we're going to add in that Inmate to Roommate starting on the June 3rd episode here, and then we'll roll right into that. And then also, don't forget over on Pink Shade Prime, I've got Seeking Sister Wife, which is wrapping up, and then we're going to add in, oh my God, sorry. Balloons, guys, if you're on YouTube. Sorry, that's what happens if you do this. We're going to add, when Seeking Sister Wife ends, we're going to add over on that level 90 Day UK. And then on the $10 level of Pink Shade Prime, we're covering MILF Manor, which Keisha had the thrill of watching when she was in bed with her lupus flare-up. And she loves it. She loves MILF Manor. Right,
it
Keisha?
Literally made me want to smother myself with my own pillow. Like,
okay, all right, but you kept watching it. You kept watching it.
I was too weak to grab the remote. It was stuck.
Didn't you think it was sweet? Or maybe you haven't seen this yet. Maybe it hasn't. It would have aired by the time this comes out, but I don't know. I had 2 people that are leaving. We're like, R.I.P. Gone for not forgotten. Yeah.
God, it's just like, how does she sit and watch this and enjoy it? Yes,
me, because it's so off the wall. It's so off the wall.
Yeah, you talk about me watching Mama June.
That's a great point, and I'll take that criticism.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Libra Lounge with Keisha is Keisha's podcast. It's great over there. She talks about pop culture. She'll be talking about Mama June.
Yes.
And sometimes I think you talk about wrestling. Do you talk about wrestling?
We'll talk about anything, like literally anything. My 600-pound life, 1,000-pound sisters.
Right.
Lots of things that discuss Mary Payne. Anything pop culture. I mean, music, anything. We talk about our lives, things that are going on with us. Anything, really.
Movies. You guys watch a lot of movies.
I love going to the movies. I could go to the movie theater every single day if I could. Yeah. So we just talk about everything, really. Put us in a box. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nobody put baby in the corner.
No.
And I've told you what's happening with us this week, and please follow both of us over on the Instagram. I'm at Pink Shade Pod, and Keisha is at the Libra Lounge with Keisha. You just type that in your little search bar, and they'll both pop up. And that's it, Keisha. I'll talk to you next week. And then after that, we're going to be talking about 2 episodes at once, and look at us go. Look at us go. Okay, bye. Ads not read by me, Mary Payne, don't necessarily reflect the views of Pink Shade. If you'd like to listen to ad-free, you're going to go on over to Supercast or Patreon, and you can find the links to Pink Shade Prime at pinkshadepodcast.com.